The Angry Soccer Guy, back again. And I gotta let you guys know I have a ton of great content coming out here. This is the next one today. And we're gonna be talking about the problem with social media and how it impacts you and your player when it comes to just the general overview of social media. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be looking at right now with the problem, and let's even say impact, the impact, problem or impact with social media. And the problem and or impact that you're going to find with social media is that it's almost all fake. So by being fake, it sells. And I'm going to expand on this more here shortly. But everything that you see in social media is like short clips. It's a quick thing and it gets you excited. And you want to see what that thing's about. And that's why I'm saying it's almost all fake, which I'm going to highlight here in a second. So you can see any type of content and see a false sense of reality. So example being, you can make, for example, in the soccer world, you can make a player that doesn't play very well look unbelievable with social media, right? Just with Reels content. You can do anything you want, almost any way, shape, or form. Speed up, slow down, change the color, and you can make anything look top in a matter of moments with social media. That's how powerful this stuff is. And I'll say it to you like this, and you're going to see it again anyways. The exceptional, the perfection sells. 100% sells. If it doesn't look good on social media, people won't want to buy it. And I have proof of this, which I'm going to try and show you here shortly. Okay, so like I was mentioning, in 99.9% of cases, you only see perfection. If it doesn't look good, it doesn't sell. So like a lot of times what I've been trying to do is I've been testing this where I've been posting on my own page content that's like slower, there's mistakes, the player, or it could have been me. There's ones that I was demonstrating, which I think it'll work for me to show you, where I was doing a very slow activity, pulling and tapping the ball. And a guy literally wrote, it was pretty funny, he's like, shit drill. And I'm like, it's because it's not fast, it's not exciting, it's not high octane, it's not intensity, or it's not intense. It doesn't sell on social media. People want to see stuff that like catches their eye, like boom, fancy, flashy, quick, exciting, bang, it's gonna hit you in the head. Okay, so if it doesn't look good, and this last part here is probably the most important thing. If it doesn't look good, it doesn't sell. Okay? The game of social media is to sell you a lifestyle, to sell you an effect, to sell you a product, to sell you whatever it is, right? Like it was funny. I saw a club advertise it was for the upcoming season. So this was last year. And there's a guy on the ground and he was like smelling the grass. He's like, man, you smell that grass? And it's Bermuda grass. It looks good. He's like, man, look at this field. We have this field. And I'm like, okay, that's your selling pitch, but it's to sell you a lifestyle. You're going to want to go to that organization because they have Bermuda grass. It looks fantastic. And it's to sell you on stuff, right? It's the game of social media. Okay? Fake doesn't sell, right? So like by fake, what I'm really referring to is if it doesn't look good, it doesn't sell. So if you put something out there that, like if you put, on the flip side of that example about a field, if you put a bad looking field that was like a cow patch, it's not going to work, right? You're not going to want to see that. You're not going to take your kid there. But if you see pristine Bermuda grass, you're going to flock there tomorrow, okay? So I got some examples here to kind of highlight, like to reinforce the idea that I'm talking about, and here's some of them. So like, I've been fortunate enough to train professional players, a good amount of them, and like, we'll post content, right? And for the most part, when we take pieces that are cut, so like we make it reels that's cut, right? We're not posting the mistakes. You're finding some of, if not all of the best clips and putting them together and posting it, right? It's supposed to look fast, intense, high octane, whatever word you want to use, perfect. Okay, but in reality, even the professional players, the guys that are getting paid to play, are making mistakes. It's normal. It's a part of business. So like I posted a video the other day of one of the players that I'm working with. He did a run. It was almost perfect, but he made 2 small mistakes, and I posted it. And I don't know what everybody thought about it or not. It doesn't really matter. But the point is, I'm also okay with, me personally, I'm also okay with posting content that is not perfect. Because that is not real. If it's not real, then it grabs your attention, right? So like, again, think about the high octane, fast, exciting. But even professional players make mistakes in training or in games. It happens all the time. And it's okay. It's part of the business. Okay? So kid training sessions. Same thing. You take a kid and like I gave the example, I was talking about pull and tap. So I was teaching kids how to pull the ball and tap the ball. And a lot of them were doing it wrong. So I asked one of the kids to hold the phone to video me. So I showed what he did and how I did it. And so then I made a decision like, you know what, let me post this. So I posted it. And again, one of the comments was, shit drill. And I was laughing because I'm like, I know this is not going to be sellable on social media. Me pulling the ball very slow like this, passing it back. Had I done it with speed, where I'm like pulling hopping like you're supposed to, but these players weren't doing it that level yet. It takes time to develop that piece. Then would be sellable. But because I'm doing it, let's just call it turtle speed. I'm going very slow. I'm pulling, turning my foot, passing it back, right? Pulling, turning my foot, passing it back. That slow. Everybody's going to be like, yeah, it's not very good, right? And that's normal because it doesn't sell, okay? So same thing with kids. You can take a player that doesn't look very good, or I shouldn't even say doesn't look very good, doesn't play very well because they don't have the skill yet. They have to be developed, right? But I'm just trying to highlight a point here. And if you take a player and you clip it, you can make them look very good because you find the 5 to 15 to 20 small clips, slap it together in a Reels, or whatever platform you want to call it, and then you can have it there running for them, and it's going to look good. It's going to sell. And then you can grab people's attention. So that way, it looks high octane and impressive. And then like any short clip. So like I've been posting short clips. And sometimes I get positive messages. Sometimes I get negative messages. So I posted one about a conversation I had with a group of parents about why we canceled tryouts and what we're trying to do. So like it said, we've canceled tryouts. We're focusing on these clinics so you can actually evaluate our training sessions. And I continue with saying our focus is on individual development. Team comes second, right? That was a 50-second clip out of a 3-minute conversation that I was having with parents. So you're seeing a very small segment of that entire conversation. This is why I'm saying short clips. So it's designed to grab your attention with a certain piece. So a part of it. So that's why I broke it up into segments. I clipped it. So I put 3 out there, and I actually took the middle frame first. Then I put the first frame, and now I put the third frame. And I'll eventually put the whole thing out. So you can see the entire thing from top to bottom. And like the clips piece is there to design to grab your attention. It's highlighting a very small segment. So it doesn't matter if it's content that I put out. It doesn't matter if it's somebody else that puts it out. A lot of times you're seeing a small clip. So I've been posting oops, didn't mean to do that, sorry. I've been posting the tryout stuff, right? So I did a video that was like 32 minutes long, and then I was able to clip up the segments that I was looking for tryouts, and then I've been posting pieces of those. And again, I've been getting some feedback. This is great, this sucks. And it's like, well, you're only seeing a 10 to 60 second clip per time of the actual framework. Go watch the entire framework, and you can find for yourself if you think it's valuable or not. But the only way you can is if you watch the whole thing. And I think that's where people are missing this. So just be aware of these type of things. And there's so much more content out there. I'm just explaining that the whole point of social media is to sell this fake lifestyle. Okay? So I don't know if this is going to work. It's saying view posted. Okay, maybe it'll work. Let's see. So this is the video I was talking about with me demonstrating the technique for younger players that were practicing this technique. So I hope it'll work. Yep. So I'm going this slow. I'm pulling very slow. I'm doing pull, tap, right foot, and left foot. And this is the actual video where somebody posted shit drill. So I was literally laughing out loud. I thought it was hysterical. But I was trying to demonstrate, and this was literally one of the players is holding the phone, recording me doing this exercise. And I said, hey, I'm going to show you between me and you. So I said, let me post this. And I know it's not going to perform well because it doesn't look very good. It doesn't look good for social media. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Let's see if this one works. So it's going to tell me to watch on Instagram. So let's see. So here's one of the professional players that I train. I clipped it. So you're going to see it. Let's see if it'll work. Okay, so I guess it's going to take us to Instagram. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. So again, it's one of the professional players that I work with. His name is Benji. He's an excellent player, right? I was able to clip a lot of his, if not all of his best clips, and put them together in a video. So it's going to look high octane. It's going to look fast. It's going to look exciting. And you'll see this type of stuff can be done. This type of stuff can be done with any type of player. It doesn't matter. No. It doesn't matter their level. You can do that with any type of player. So let me bring you back to the presentation. Hold on. Let's see. No. Fupita paro. No mais. Ven cá. Ven. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for this one. Hey. Ven cá. So it doesn't matter. Right, this is the type of stuff that will sell on Instagram. So I clipped up maybe all, if not some of his best clips. Sorry, my dog's going nuts. Say hi, Fupita. Okay, good. Ciao, calma. Okay, and put together on a reels, and here we are. Okay? So next one, right? Here's another one. This one's funny. This is actually me, and I was demonstrating what I call training that sells. And you've heard me talk about probably before, like the 2-cone, 3-cone footwork patterns that are static in nature. I think, again, they add value if they are for a lower skilled player. So what I'm going to demonstrate here is, or what you're going to see here is the video, right? And I got to get this dog to stop barking. Paro, no mice. So that's me. Look, hola isso. This is fun. Okay, calm. Yep. That's actually me and my brother. This was like a year and a half ago, right? And so like this is the type of stuff that sells. Okay? And it's high octane. You have somebody yelling at you to do faster feet and whatnot, and it's just the point of showing the reference of the exercise. It was just that piece there. Okay, but if you can see, if you don't post high octane, fast, intense, people don't like it or they think it's crap on social media. And that's what I'm trying to highlight with this whole thing here is the outlook of the activities and what you're going to see with the lifestyle part. Okay? And I'll add this here. You also can't understand full context from a 3-second to a 90-second clip. You got to watch the entire thing. And to add to this, for me personally, this is my personal idea and belief. And I used to be the other way. I used to always make comments and think and speak about things that I saw. And now I'm like, you know what? I took a different approach. This is me personally. Okay? If I don't understand the entire message, I don't comment. So if I watch a clip, like somebody posted a clip yesterday that was about a guy talking about how you should be pulling on a guy's shirt, you should be fouling. And most people are going to say, oh, you shouldn't be teaching the kids to do that. Well, you might be right, you might not be right. We don't know the entire message of what he was saying to the players because you can't watch the entire clip. You're watching a 20-second clip of the guy talking about whatever the circumstance is, right? So, and that goes for anything, by the way. You'll watch clips, even if it's my clips, and you won't probably have the entire context. Like when I'm posting a 15 or 20-second clip of the tryout framework, how can you don't have the 30-minute video, right? So it's hard to actually give commentary on it. So that's why, for me, I reframed this for myself and I said, you know what, I'm not going to comment on stuff until I watch the entire thing, and then if I feel like I should or need to add value to it, I will. But, and I'll add to this, right? And this is going to be interesting for you. So last year, or 2023-2024 season, we had the NBA Finals. We had the Orlando Heat versus New York Mavericks. That's a joke, obviously. I don't remember who played in the final, but I don't know basketball very well. But I was sitting on the couch watching the NBA Finals, and whatever two teams were playing this past year, I was watching it, and I don't open my mouth. I don't speak about it. I just watch the game because I don't have enough context about the game to add value. I barely even know the positions of basketball. In fact, I don't even know all of them. I know the point guard. I know the center. I think that's another one. So I don't know how the game should be played, why they're playing it. I can't add any commentary to it because I don't know enough about it. So I just sat there and watched the game. And it's funny because a friend of mine asked, hey, what do you think of the game? Well, I don't know. I don't watch basketball. I don't know enough about basketball to be able to add commentary to it, so I just don't speak about it. So it's things like that. And then like I watched the Super Bowl. I don't even remember who was in the Super Bowl either. The Washington Wizards and the Miami Broncos, right? Again, a joke. I know the team names, but I'm watching the Super Bowl final. I don't know if they're doing a good job or not. I know that you should get the ball into the end zone. That's it. And it's like, I don't know what they should be doing or why they're doing it. I don't open my mouth. I just watch because I don't have enough context or understanding of it to be able to speak about it. So those are just things that I had a perception switch. So even when I watch content now, I'm not going to say nothing, man. Like there's just nothing that I can add value to or point-wise, because if I watch a 10-second clip of somebody talking or an exercise, it's like, what value can I bring to it? And other than just complaining about it. So it's just something that I've done to be different because social media, I've noticed since I've been growing on the platforms, is 95% of it is all negative. 3%, 5% is positive. So in terms of like the commentary that you're going to get from people, like I've even had people find my number, call me and tell me that I'm full of crap. Fine. If that's the impact that I need to have to do that, okay. But it's just this, I think, is a good piece for people to understand, and hopefully that makes sense. And really what I want you to take away from this is social media is a great tool. Just don't get caught in the flash, the wow factor. Professional players, kids make mistakes. And I'll add this last piece. when you watch a player, like let's say you a one-on-one session, you take a player in a 60-minute session, they're going to make hundreds of mistakes. When you're watching one clip that somebody posts, more than likely it's the one time or the second time that they've been able to do it good speed, correctly, everything looks good, guys will take a video. Like the number of times that I've tried to record somebody doing something and they mess up 10 times, 12 times, 13 times, and I'm like, well, you can't post that because it's not going to sell on social media. So just stuff to think about and be aware of when we're actually watching content. Okay, hope you guys appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed, found value from it. You got to meet my dog, and hopefully I gave you a laugh or two. So I'll see you guys later, man.